Hi, today is July 28th, 2026, and here are my poems for the day. The first one is poem number 1161 for the year, No Sugar. The wrapping around the spoon that lies next to the chopsticks has some Korean writing on it and the English words, no sugar. I don't understand why the wrapping would ever have sugar on it or in it, or why the wrapping's lack of sugar is worthy of note. After all, there is also presumably no salt or vinegar or hydrochloric acid or human flesh or onion or acorn or glass or grass or concrete or all sorts of any other things contained in the wrapping around the spoon. So what is the significance behind the no sugar notification? I was tempted to ask the waiter, and maybe the next time I go to Franchia I will. Poem number 1162, The Anger. The anger spilled out of him like little giggles, or the blood of a poet, or like the rays of the sun reflected from a distant star. Once the anger had left, he found he was able to order breakfast from the waitress without his usual curtness and sneers. When his breakfast came, he noticed that the oatmeal was not precisely how he liked it. The recipe or cooking method had been changed seemingly overnight. As he considered how much of a rage this would have sent him into yesterday, he smiled, added some brown sugar, and ate. Poem number 1163, The Anchor. The anchor slipped out of the boat as the ship approached the shore, where once the boat and its crew had felt unmoored and lost. Now all was stable and set and anchored. Soon, though, both the boat and its crew became restless. They wanted to move on, and so the anchor was pulled up and the sails were opened out against the wind, and the ship headed directly for the whirlpool, which would claim both the boat and its crew. The anchor, of course, survived. The anchor always survives. Poem number 1164, The Ankle. The ankle slipped off the foot and somehow managed to hobble down the avenue. To avoid being caught, the ankle first slipped into a shoe store, then stowed away aboard a ship that was headed for a whirlpool. The ankle still had a chance to jump back onto the dock, but there at the dock was the many-headed man holding his foot in his hand. This is truly a Scylla and Charybdis moment, the ankle thought to itself. And the last poem of the day, right? Poem number 1165, The Uncle. The uncle spilled his guts to all who would listen. Did I ever tell you about the time I was so angry I could spit? I say at the time, but really the time lasted well over 7 years. I let the anger get the best of me, and I lost friends and business opportunities. Then one day I lost my ankle, not because of my anger, but because that is what ankles do sometimes. They run away to seek their fortune, or because they are tired of being attached to calves and feet. As I ran to catch up to my ankle, several necks popped out of me, each one connected to a head. I made it to the dock just as the ship that my ankle was on had set sail. I called out to my ankle and said, "All is forgiven." The ankle leaped and made it back onto the dock, where it took it back its place between my foot and calf. And in that moment my anger went away, and I have been a new man ever since. The uncle said this to all who would listen, but none would listen. All right, that's it. Thank you. I appreciate you.